Alright guys, so before we get into the video today, I'm gonna be doing like several of these deck list profiles, and it's all for the new format and it's all for the new ban list and all that, and just ideas that I've had swirling throughout the day. As you can tell, it's the day of the ban list announcement, September 13th, and it's the early night hours right now since the list happened. And all day I've been going through just a lost mind frame. Like, if anybody knows me and what I've talked about in my videos and what I've talked about in my inner circle and what I've talked about in the chat circle that I'm in Colorado here, I keep on telling everybody, I feel like the TCG and Konami are making like out of left field moves intentionally, as opposed to what we all think is going to happen because they want to keep us on our toes. And they certainly did that today. First and foremost, Stake Your Soul and Raisin going to 1 threw me through a loop, man, like through a loop. And the banning of Splash Mage and the hits that Malice took threw me through a loop. Now, I think these decks can recover. I think Ryzel can recover, and I think Malice can recover. But I really did not like the move of Raisin and Stake Your Soul going to 1. I could easily have understood one of them going to 1, or Holly Sue going to 1 or 2. But to hit both like that because of a K9 deck really just felt unnecessary to me. So I just wanted to put that forethought in your guys' minds as I'm going through my deck list profiles over the next week. I know it's early format, I'm just throwing together ideas in my head that I've been looking at for deck building today, but I wanted you guys to understand kind of my thought process right now of where I'm at, thinking like this, just day one, ground zero of rebuilding decks. So, and by the way, for people who are saying that the game's dying, damn near 1 million engagement in 13 hours, kind of crazy. So, game's not going anywhere. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, True Knight here. Before I get into this deck profile, I want to give you a little bit of perspective. I had a plan pre-ban list. My plan was I wanted to take a guy by the name on YouTube of Rogue Hero. I wanted to take his thought process into this new format. And what I meant by that was I wanted to play Vanquish Soul without K9 and see if I can just make Vanquish Soul by itself a strong deck post a ban list, because in my mind I thought Azuna was going to take a hit, or maybe even Jokul, or maybe even one of the spells, or just something of that nature. But they reversed it and out of left field hit me in the face with a limit to Raisin and Stake Your Soul. Day one, this is the end of day one, and a lot of people are out there claiming Vanquish Soul is done. There's no coming back from this. And that makes me pretty sad, and I feel like Konami will correct it over the next 6-8 months. I think that these two cards will come back to at least 2 by probably next summer. I think we'll see Raisin come back to 2 first, and then Stake Your Soul maybe the list after it, if K9 gets like power crypt or something. So I am hopeful for that, because I feel like Vanquish Soul by itself should have a chance to be a competing deck. But that being said, they did bring back an engine that can help facilitate the loss of 2 fire monsters in this deck. So my thought process, as you guys will see today, is that how can I find a way to put more fires in here, to extend, to be able to rely on, to lean back on, and what better way to do that than with one of the most winning decks of all time in the Snake Eyes. Let's give it a try in this new format and see what it does. So let's get into it. The Vanquish Soul deck does lose a lot of engine pieces. I'll go ahead and talk about it now. A lot of the big players say you want a 25 to 15 ratio of engine versus non-engine. And I'm struggling with that because I guess I could put it here because maybe you can consider this to be non-engine, right? This deck is playing a lot more engine than it is non-engine. It's got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm off by 1 because I do consider this to be engine cards. So I'm having a hard time, guys, out the gate with finding that 25 to 15 ratio. So I'm going to have to course correct and rethink things, but this is just day 1 thought process, okay? So let's get into it. 3 Mad Love, because Mad Love is your bread and butter now. The 1 Raisin, rip. 3 Holly Sue, which I thought was more likely to be the hit for Vanquish Soul if they did one. Shocked, but anyway. 3 Jiaolong, because you gotta. And I kind of want to say you need to up these to 2 each, but I'm starting out the gate not, because I'm trying to fit in a lot of stuff in this deck. And then of course, 1 Field Spell, 1 Stake, 1 Snow Devil. The new additions to this deck, which a lot of people are using Rescue Ace instead, but I want to try with Snake Eye because I got inspired from like a couple of formats ago where there was a dude that was at topping YCSs and topping regionals and winning regionals with Vanquish Soul Snake Eye. So 3 Ash. Super excited this card came back to 3. I'm going to be trying out a lot of variants of this deck with it. This is one of them. 2 Poplar, 1 Oak, 1 Flame Birch. So these are all fire monsters that I've added to the deck now to give it fire monsters. 3 Azuna, 1 Lupus, because now I feel like I'm forced into playing K9 in this deck to give myself a fighting chance. And then for non-engine, 3 Ash, 3 Fua. I'm playing ways to get to Raisin. And I do agree with Triff, you need to have cards. So as much as I want this to be a 3, I just don't have room and I'm not going to 41 in this deck. And then 3 Imperm. So only 9 non-hand or non-engine cards, but I'm also playing the hand traps right here and a hand trap right here. So another thing that the Snake Eyes do is they give the extra deck of Vanquish Soul more meaning, right? So I'm playing 2 Rock, I'm playing the Masquerena and the Lightning, or the Little Knight now, because Masquerena becomes part of the combo with Flamebirch, and I'm playing Hida and Promethean, because there's going to be a lot of people playing fire monsters, because they're still going to try out Vanquish Soul, and people are going to be playing Snake Eyes as a popular deck. And I'm playing the 1 Amblo. Playing the rocks, of course, I have Zeus, and I have Starslayer, and then I'm playing a whole bunch of stuff that this can facilitate, along with these guys. So, this deck seems like it has mad potential. So, I'm excited to try it. Do I think it's as strong as pure Vanquish Soul K9 right now? Actually, yes. I think the addition of the Snake Eyes cards, which was once a broken deck in this game, coming back to damn near full power now, it really gives a lot to this deck that a lot of people aren't thinking about. I know people are saying left and right, no, you just add this to Yummy and you're golden, but I think this is going to do a lot of favors for Vanquish Soul. So, excited to see what that does, excited to see what happens there. So, thank you guys for paying attention and watching this far along. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, subscribe. goes a long way for the channel, gives me more encouragement to keep on doing this stuff. I've been saying at the end of all my videos, the world's crazy right now. Please help me find a way to find peace in this world. I'm raising 2 little guys that I don't want them to see all this madness that's happening right now as they grow up. So I'm just asking you guys as a community, let's find a way to find peace. But other than that, be kind, be respectful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.